Welcome back to Sunrise. It is now 17 minutes after 6 o'clock on this fine Monday morning. It means it's time for the headlines with our girl T. Killers Maximus Meridius. Morning, Teeks.
Good morning and Age Quarter Geese.
Yes.
To you and all fellow Woolmerians out in the streets. Good morning.
Lovely, lovely. And guys, no, you're watching your right TV. Don't worry, don't switch it. You're not in a time lapse.
It's not school challenge.
It's not school challenge. You know what you do there?
It's not debate. Madam Speaker.
Madam Speaker. Yes.
Point of information.
Point of information. Point of order. Right? You're watching the right TV.
Yeah.
It's all right. We're just in our school mode because it's back to school, and so we're paying homage to our, former institutions,
yes,
and also sending love to all of you, parents, teachers, and students during this back-to-school period.
Especially since sometimes it can be a little stressful, I know,
yes,
for some more than others.
Indeed, we might have to do a traffic update later on in the morning.
Yes, right?
Because, man,
the traffic might be popping.
Actually, the traffic is going to escalate as the week progresses,
yes,
because, this first week is staggered.
Right.
Yes,
so, like,
true,
different grades are coming out on different days.
Yeah.
So maybe by the end of the week, you'll really
so
get
like Monday morning, next week
Monday,
it's going to be on like Donkey Kong. Yeah. Get those BMX bicycles if you can.
Indeed.
All right. And on that note, let's jump into the headlines. Actually, before we do, I just want to say a great morning to Miss Montague at Woolmer's. You can't pick up, alone did have nice teachers, and nice people, I saw it this morning, and I said, yes, I'm going to jump on the wagon. Miss Montague and all the teachers at Woolmer's, howdy.
Nice.
All right, focus.
Okay,
Ready?
right, yeah.
Montego Bay. No, not
Sure,
about me, man. I was a great student. Let's focus. Montego Bay in recovery mode after weekend flood. So residents of the Johns Hall community in St. James are now in recovery mode after heavy rains brought on floods and landslides in the community. The muck and devastation have left many with nothing, and the residents do not know how to move forward. In the wee hours on Saturday, August 31, the Johns Hall community received heavy rains that caused landslides and rendered sections of the roadway between Johns Hall and adjoining communities in St. James impassable. Several utility poles are down after downed trees fell on these poles, leading to some areas of the community being without electricity. Cleaning operations did not conclude up until 11 Saturday night, with a contractor and the Jamaica Public Service, the JPS, lending a helping hand to residents. Councillor for the Spring Mountain Division, Yuval Graham, says the work continues and has assured residents he'll be doing his best, though going back to normal will take a while for some more than others.
Indeed, I think it is a reflection of the growing concerns related to climate change, because it is amazing the way in which we have these heavy downpours that our drains just can't manage. And what we have seen is no matter how much drain cleanage you do, the volume of water moving in is going to supersede its capacity.
Yeah.
And so we're seeing water move into places that it never used to move. Plus, also, in terms of our settlement patterns, which have changed, and so in terms of runoff, patterns have changed.
And where we build, how we build, those
all
things.
Of these things are factors that combined, we are seeing water in places and in amounts that we have never imagined would be, and it is a very serious time. And, you begin to wonder if in some spaces you just have to, put in place, or what are we going to do when the next one comes? Because it's not if it comes, it's when it comes.
Yes. Yeah. My heart goes out to all the persons dislocated and displaced, though, because it's really, really sad. But, it's going to take a combined effort for us to figure it out once and for all, because obviously rain is always going to fall. It's always going to rain in Jamaica. So as Dennis says, not if it's, but when. It's when. And we have to deal with this, because this is a setback, especially at a time like this, So my heart goes out to them, and I hope they'll get some reprieve sooner than later.
For marketing purposes, though, it's Johns Hall, not Montego Bay. St. James is a big parish, and Montego Bay is a specific place. And, I don't want people to abroad to see, Mobe flood out?
Oh, no.
Or I'm not, let me cancel my vacation.
Yeah.
Johns Hall is a place in the hilly interior.
In St. James,
Yeah.
right.
See that geography right there? That's hot. Big up your geography teacher.
Indeed.
Right.
Mr. Angus, good morning.
Next headline, let's go. COVID deaths from 2021 are just now being confirmed. So with deaths that occurred in 2021 just now being confirmed as COVID-19 related, Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton is reporting that the delay was due to the thorough interrogation process which takes place to determine if a death was linked to the virus. According to the Ministry of Health and Wellness's weekly COVID-19 bulletin for this year, 8 deaths said to have occurred in 2021 were confirmed as COVID-19 related between July 30 and August 5, 2024. Meanwhile, an additional 15 deaths said to have occurred in 2021 were officially confirmed as COVID-19 related between August 6 and August 12, 2024. So 3 deaths which occurred in either 2021 or 2022 were also confirmed between August 13 and 19 of this year. So just getting some confirmation of numbers, yes.
It's a process, which is why you can only sometimes say preliminary findings suggest. And that is why before certain things are confirmed, you cannot say something is. It might look like it, but you can't confirm that it is.
Until you have all the facts.
Did you get COVID?
Yeah. Dennis.
You got...
What are you asking me, Dennis? Of course.
Did I get it? COVID.
True.
Oh, yes. And I got the, what was that virus? Like the second,
Not
the
the
Delta.
Oh,
no, man, when it
no,
was
no,
like
the
raw.
fancy one.
Yeah, when it was raw.
Yes, true.
My mom had to come and set up a drip.
Yeah,
Dennis,
Sorry. Yeah, remember.
I went through it. I still go through it. You know what I mean?
No,
yeah, man, it was dreadful. It was dreadful.
I got it wicked, and I tested negative. And then the second time I got it, it was like a much milder version of the first time.
Yes, because
and I tested positive.
By that time, the variant was not as virulent, but I got it right in the thick.
I remember. Yeah, no.
It's like as you talk about a while ago, it's a trigger. It's a trigger. Yeah. It's a trigger for me.
So the testing process is what it is.
You remember when we had to test every minute and go, like if you go into work or you're traveling.
I do not miss that, and I'm very glad it's over for right now. In terms of how often it happened. All right, so next up, immigration, a concern for Jamaicans amid the U.S. presidential election race.
Why is this?
According to the Planning Institute of Jamaica, the PIOJ 2022 Economic and Social Survey, 2021 saw a decline in the number of Jamaicans successfully emigrating to the United States, with a 38.4% decrease. However, stakeholders in the immigration field are raising awareness that dependent on the outcomes of the U.S. presidential elections, that number may be reduced even further. The topic of immigration was explored during the recent Jamaica Immigration Summit hosted by Jamaican-born and Orlando-based immigration attorney Sekou Clark, who advised the Jamaicans to prepare for any potential changes in policy once a new president is elected. One of many major concerns of local law enforcement centers around persons seeking employment opportunities overseas to countries within the region that do not require a visa, with reports that the number of women who have been trafficked in this way is the highest it's been in several years. So some fear that stricter immigration policies to enter the United States may result in human traffickers increasingly targeting that demographic.
Interesting story. The truth is that, the official statistics might register a decline. We do know that there has been a significant increase in people seeking to immigrate through other avenues.
Right, other channels.
Avenues. Yeah. So there is that variable. But the truth is that immigration is a matter for Jamaicans and persons across the world to be not necessarily concerned about, but mindful of every U.S. election cycle, every 4 years, because Republicans are going to take a particular position, and we know in this current dispensation of the Republican Party, they are taking a very hard stance on immigration because they feel that the Biden administration has been particularly lax.
Yes.
Additionally, you've seen Trump push this narrative of immigrant crime. Even though immigrant crime statistics seem to be on the decline, but he's like, there's a lot of immigrant crime. It's the worst we've ever seen it before. we need to do something about immigrant crime. So there is a reality. There's a reality that we have to, ahead of every election, we have to
Just
pay
be mindful.
attention
Yeah,
to immigration
absolutely.
because if Trump win, he might do certain things.
Absolutely.
And if Kamala
win,
she might do something different.
yeah.
Immigration.
Get your papers together, guys. Get your stuff together and make sure you walk in the line. You understand? All right, rock the rock and do. It's time for a break, but when we return, we cook things up in the kitchen with Ultimate Breakfast Bag Challenge. Don't go anywhere.
Traffic
It's sunrise and the traffic.
Look at the traffic. The
has-
traffic. No, it's flowing.
But
But if
there's
you
a lot of
notice,
cars.
it's building at this
Yeah.
early. Oh, it's not even
Yeah.
6:30 yet. Building, heading
That means
towards.
Get out, guys.
time.
Get
Get
out.
out.
You can watch us on YouTube while you're moving, all right? We're here for you. We got it. Back to school. And it's sunrise, back to school again.